Go for it.
Welcome, friends and family, to Chaparral's 2024 graduation. Thank you for joining us for this ceremony.
Go for it.
Welcome, friends.
I'm Jillian Axton, Senior Class Public Relations Officer, and today it is my privilege to introduce Haley Rogers. Haley has been a part of Chaparral's theater program as an encore member, the Tri-Am president, the jazz choir president, and she was a lead in Mamma Mia. Haley will be continuing her education this fall at Slippery Rock University. Audience, please stand, and gentlemen, remove your hats as Haley performs the national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleam, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the rampart we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's bright glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave? Please be seated. I'm Olivia Abeda, senior class representative, and it is my privilege to introduce Ismail Nasarov. Ismail has been a part of Link Crew, Writing Tutors, and a member of Chess Club. In the fall, he will attend the University of Virginia, majoring in mathematics. Audience, please join me in welcoming Chaparral's valedictorian, Ismail Nasarov.
All of us are probably familiar with the typical Hollywood graduation scene. The confetti, the pictures, and the cheering parents and teachers. We expect our graduation to be a memorable event that leaves us with a sense of pride for what we've done and anticipation for what's to come. But when I think back to other similar milestones I've reached in the past, it's not those bright moments and feelings that I remember. When I finished elementary school, I remember how my school rented out an ice cream truck and gave us all free ice cream on the last day. And I guess that's all 5th grade me cared about because I can't remember anything about the ceremony that day. When I finished middle school, I remember receiving a letter in the mail from our principal and a text from a friend congratulating me after we'd spent the last quarter of school at home. As a junior escort at last year's graduation, I remember the sunburns and the tan line I got from sitting in the sun for 3 hours in a short sleeve shirt, and how I learned how to tie a tie for the first time that morning. At first, it might seem like these major events haven't been as memorable as I would have liked them to be, but each of these images I've described is also a valuable memory in itself. Sure, they might not resemble that rosy picture I expected, but the ice cream truck, the letter in the mail, and the sunburns are all important and unique to my own experience. These milestones that I've reached aren't any less meaningful just because the parts I remember aren't the most conventional. When it comes to this graduation, most of us are expecting to make lasting memories by getting our diplomas, turning the tassel, and posting those graduation photos on Instagram later today. For the families and friends here, you might be looking forward to cheering for your graduates and celebrating their accomplishments. While we will all do these things, it may be the experiences you don't expect that stick with you when you look back. Maybe it's the last moments you share with a certain classmate, a performance that really impresses you, or the 20 minutes you'll spend trying to leave the parking lot after the ceremony. No matter how things play out, remember that there is value in even the smallest moments, and your fondest memories could come from the most unexpected places. Regardless of whether you've been waiting your whole life for this moment, or you're just annoyed that you had to wake up early this morning, make sure you at least acknowledge and appreciate this opportunity. Appreciate the people around you, appreciate those small and unexpected moments, and make today memorable in your own way. Thank you.
My name is Rawan Sager, Senior Class Vice President. Today I have the honor of introducing 3 of Chaparral's most dedicated musical talents, Camden Eaton, Kelsey Sanford, and Bailey Schwab. Camden is a part of Tri-M, the president of the Orchestra Council, a dedicated member of the National Honor Society, and will be attending Arizona State University to major in double bass. Kelsey is a part of the choir, National Honor Society, and Link Crew. She will be attending Grand Canyon University to major in nursing. Bailey is a part of theater, co-president of the Thespian Society, Link Crew leader, writing tutor, and Tri-M. She will be headed to Grand Canyon University to major in legal studies. This trio will now perform Rivers and Roads by the Head and the Heart.
distance will be gone away. And nothing is as it has been, and I miss you more than you could tell. And I guess it's just as well, but I miss you more than you could tell. Been talking about the way things change, and my family lives in a different state. And if you don't know what to make of this, then we will not relate. So if you don't know what to make of this, then we will not relate. Rivers and roads, rivers and roads, rivers till I reach you. Rivers and roads, rivers and roads, rivers till I reach you. Rivers and roads, rivers and roads, rivers till I reach you. Rivers and roads, rivers and roads, rivers till I reach you. Rivers and roads, rivers and roads, rivers till I reach you.
I'm Isaiah Small, senior class representative. Our next two speakers are our student body co-presidents and two people that I'm blessed to call my friends, Courtney Giles and Eliza Leishman. Court has been involved in student government, flag football, tennis, and DECA. She'll be heading to BYU Provo and serving a mission for her church. Liza has been a part of student government and a captain on the varsity Palms team. She's made CSU's dance team and will be heading there in the fall. Follow along with them as they speak on the importance of personal connections.
On a day of uncertainty, there is one thing I know for sure. Everyone we've met and everything we've done has brought us to this exact moment.
It brings to mind an ancient Chinese proverb. An invisible thread connects those who are destined to meet, regardless of time, place, or circumstance.
This day is a rare opportunity to see many of those strings that are usually invisible. Graduates, teachers, principals, family, and friends. Each one of our threads is intertwined for a reason.
Our strings are strengthened and multiplied by bonds of human connection.
Our strings are tugged and knotted as we overcome hard times.
Our strings are a part of our life journey.
Parents, you have been there for us every which way our string has pulled. From watching us take our first steps, seeing us walk into the school on our own on the first day of kindergarten, teaching us how to drive, helping us get ready for our first dance, to now watching us take the stage at our high school graduation.
Classmates, some of our strings were intertwined early on in hallways that made us feel 10 feet tall, under huge parachutes in gym class, and sneaking in to shop events, hoping one day our strings would pull us to be as cool as the high schoolers we looked up to.
Now we really are those cool and old high schoolers. Somewhere along the line, princess dresses turned to prom dresses, neons to neutrals, playdates to hangouts,
2 wheels to 4, neighborhood night games to Friday night football games, and strangers who became our best friends.
Now these adventures our strings have pulled us to have not all been perfect. There have been tangles and knots we have had to overcome with the help from those around us. Whether this was Mrs. Zarn giving me a heater pack when she found out my car heater was broken,
Or Mrs. Gap comforting me through a tough college rejection,
or Mr. Johnson patiently coaching basketball to his daughter and me, to cheering us on during senior flag football.
or Mr. Patterson going above and beyond to hear the details of a POMS competition just so he would be able to congratulate me during class. Consider for a moment the people that have crossed your path. Friends, mentors, even chance encounters that seem to occur at just the right moment.
These are the manifestations of invisible threads at work, pulling us and intertwining us closer to those who enrich our lives at the exact time they need to.
By embracing the idea of invisible strings, we open ourselves to the idea that every experience, every setback, and every success is a thread woven into the fabric of our journey.
As we look back on our high school memories, we won't remember the tests we failed or that time we tripped down the main hall staircase. Rather, it is these moments and connections that will be the most meaningful.
Let us not only celebrate our achievements, but also the connections that have shaped us into the individuals we are today.
As we all go our separate ways, our strings will reach almost all corners of the world. And although these strings will stretch and pull, they will never break. We are forever connected by these intertwining moments and memories.
May you always be reminded of the invisible string that ties you back home to the Schaap family.
Thank you.
I'm Bryn Anderson, Student Body Public Relations Officer. Today I have the honor of introducing the amazingly talented Brooklyn Starkey. Brooklyn was one of the leads in both The Little Mermaid and Mamma Mia, and was in DECA and Speech and Debate. She will be attending Belmont University in the fall, majoring in screenwriting. Please welcome to the stage Brooklyn Starkey, singing an original composition entitled We Don't Have To, accompanied by Sadie Crane.
Take a breath, the world is yours. Just one more step will take you through that door. Felt so far away, then one day you got older. There's so much fear in that last goodbye, while you're trying not to make your mama cry. It all gets real when her tears on your shoulder. And you've dreamed about moving away since the day you turned 13. All the freedom feels different once you got your bags packed, starting clean. So please don't go away. I'm scared of all the change. When I get back, don't want us to feel brand new, like it was all the waste, a moment's all the race. 'Cause time can't change a memory, only people do. When I'm gone, promise you won't forget me. Don't leave me all alone on my journey without you. Just 'cause time moves on don't mean that we have to. The days feel long and the nights are short. This whole time I've been looking forward to leaving this behind, but now it's closer. The stressful tests and going out, the study dates and sneaking around. You truly miss it all, but not till it's over. Think of all of the times that I've longed to be far away from this, till I see all the faces I've known since we were all just kids. So please don't go away. I'm scared of all the change. When I get back, don't want us to feel brand new, like it was all the waste, a moment's all the race. 'Cause time can't change a memory, only people do. When I'm gone, promise you won't forget me. Don't leave me all alone on my journey without you. Just 'cause time moves on don't mean that we have to. Every time I close my eyes, I sit there and fantasize, hoping that I'll still remember. Oh, please don't go away. I'm scared of all the change. When I get back, don't want us to feel brand new, like it was all the waste, our moments all erased. 'Cause time can't change a memory, only people do. When I'm gone, promise you won't forget me. Don't leave me all alone on my journey without you. Just 'cause time moves on don't mean that we have to. Ooh, that we have to. We don't have to.
I'm Leighton Braunley, your Red Blue Crew Commissioner. I have the privilege and honor of introducing Noah Platty. Noah was involved in marching band, orchestra, Tri-M Honor Society, writing tutors, Battle of the Books, and Link Crew. Noah plans on attending Vassar College in the fall. Please join me in welcoming Noah Platty to the stage.
We've all had our own road, our own challenges, our own surprises, and most importantly, our own successes. My freshman year, I moved to Parker, the rectangle, as Mr. Block refers to it. And I became confronted with a question. Who are you? This small question was so surprising because back in Seattle, everyone simply knew, so no one asked. To this day, I struggle to answer, but by simply being asked, I was able to explore who I am, free from everything everyone already knew about me. So, in high school, I tried things. I explored my interests. I joined whatever club I found interesting that week, and it made high school so much better than I could have possibly imagined, especially going in with only the horror stories as a reference point. Exploring my identity was difficult, and it will remain to be difficult. As I tried new things, there were always attempts to narrow my identity to one thing or another. People will try to push you to extremes, saying you're one thing or its polar opposite. And I struggle with this because their definitions never quite seem to fit. But over the course of my education, luckily sooner rather than later, I was given an idea that would help me figure out where I fit amongst everyone else's idea of me. This idea was taught by someone who not only knew it, but lived it. She unapologetically loves and is fascinated with literature, uncompromising in her dedication to her students, and the owner of one of the longest and most impactful life stories I've ever had the pleasure of knowing even a fraction of. This teacher is Miss Carol Hendry, and her lesson came when we were studying Farewell to Manzanar. Her lesson was, whenever you're given two options in the extremes, find and pick a third option. In the book, the struggle between extremes was characterized through culturally divergent clothing, either revealing Americanized clothing or more modest Japanese clothing. Just like the author Jean Wakatsuki Houston, we're often made to choose between two extremes. When I moved to Colorado, I could continue as I was, a cynical, sarcastic middle schooler, or I could try something entirely new. While there's nothing wholly wrong with either option, they weren't quite right for me. Through this struggle, I realized that to learn and grow is to take where you've been and mix it with where you want to go, constantly striving to improve, but not forgetting how far you've come. As I assembled myself in high school, I still felt the weight of others' thoughts, opinions, and labels, but they stopped being an overwhelming force when I considered what a third option would be. And as I thought about it more, I realized that the possibilities of any third option are so vast, and the extremes are so small and limited. This, now that I have the perspective to see, was my third option. Going up as a freshman to Mr. Larson and asking to join Battle of the Books, or taking AP classes, which absolutely terrified me, all the while retaining the snarky comments here and there, and continuing to grow my love of orchestra and theater. Ms. Hendry's message didn't initiate my journey, but it did perpetuate it, reassuring me that what I was doing and who I was becoming was right for me, so long as I chose it. And for that, I'm forever grateful. As we all leave this place, we'll most likely be headed somewhere where no one knows us. As we start anew, I implore you to take this lesson and, in spite of everything else, find that third option, your option. Because if we can only imagine that and choose it, we will all be so much better for it. Thank you.
My name is Ella Paternos, Senior Class President. Please join me in welcoming dignitaries from Douglas County School District. Aaron Kane, Superintendent. Steve Colella, Chief of Staff. Mark Blair, Chief Technology Officer. Mary Kay Klemesh, General Legal Counsel. Amanda Thompson, Chief Human Resource Officer. Kristen Drury, Executive Director, Parker. Kaylee Weiniger, Board Member, Director, District G. Valerie Thompson, Board Member, Director, District F. And now, our feeder school principals. Graduates, please stand and recognize the name of your school after it's been called.
Kelly Kuntz, Pine Grove Elementary. Nick Holtvalor, Mammoth Heights Elementary. Josh Miller, Cherokee Trail Elementary. Carrie Rotherham, Prairie Crossing Elementary. Chris Stairs, Pine Lane Elementary. And Sarah Curto, Sierra Middle School.
Dedicated, caring, helpful, and kind. These are all words that come to my mind when I think of our principal, Mr. Gochi. Mr. Gochi has encouraged all of us to grow into incredible young adults who make an effort to expand our knowledge each day. He looks out for each and every student and rejoices in our successes. For the past 4 years, he has been there for all of us. It is my honor and privilege to introduce Mr. Greg Gochi.
Jillian, thank you. I don't know if we could have asked for a better student government representative, and I can sure see your PR executive skills coming to fruition there. Good morning. I'm so grateful to be part of SHAP and SHAP's graduation ceremony because it is focused on you, the graduates. It is about you and done by you. However, the logistics of getting you all organized took a tremendous amount of work for some very dedicated people. I'd first like to thank and recognize our superintendent, Erin Kane, the Board of Education, and members of the central office for all that you do to make this possible. Thank you. I'd like to thank Mr. Derek Cheney and especially Ms. Sue Dakovich for all that you do. We know that this wouldn't be possible without you. I'd also like to thank my colleagues and the best feeder in all the land. Thank you all. And of course, the other high school principals for their countless meetings, advice, and counsel. And of course, some very special people who work so hard to facilitate your efforts here at SHAP. Miss Linda Cherry, Miss Trish Riddle, Mr. Joe Kulata, and our entire music department, thank you so much for all that you do. I know that this is a time to celebrate, but if you would, I'd like to have a moment of silence in remembrance of any of our family members that couldn't join us today in our celebrations. Thank you. The journey you are completing was not a solitary one, although at times it may have felt like that. There are a number of people I'd like for you, the graduates, to recognize and thank who helped you along the way. First, your family and friends, thank you all for your unwavering support. Next, our teachers and staff members who are instrumental in your success. I'd like to thank the staff members who will be retiring and graduating with you in the class of 2024. If you would please stand and remain standing. Marcy Boatwright, Rose Carroll, Carolyn Ford, Terry Griffin, Tom Joyce, Janet Maurer, Mary Jo Pope, Rudolph Romano, Melinda Rothschild, Gina Stevens, and Jeannie Ullery. We will miss you. We'll miss your presence, your leadership, and your friendship, and I know I speak for the entire staff when I say it's been an honor to work with you. Now, would the entire staff please stand so the graduates can thank you one more time. Thank you. You can be seated. Graduates, early in the year, your student government challenged us to incorporate a message from John Gordon's book, The Hard Hat. This book is about the life of a lacrosse player and a great teammate. And it talks about and gives some great advice on what it means to be a good teammate. I would certainly encourage you all to pay attention to a lot of the things that are in the book about being a good teammate and to be a good teammate. However, we understood that the symbolism of the hard hat to mean getting to work and to do the hard things. So let's see how we did. Well, in our second year of the Humanities and STEM Distinction Awards, 33 of you have received those cords. You took 1,002 AP exams, and by your junior year, 71 of you received special recognition from College Board for your AP scores. Because this year's scores are not yet available, I'm sure that number is sure to rise. 5 of you are National Merit Commended students, with an additional 2 of you National Merit finalists. You completed over 20,000 hours of service to your community, and in the 4 years, you've granted an unbelievable number of wishes. 77 of you earned a seal of biliteracy. We have an Air Force Academy and ROTC appointments, and 12 of you are joining the military. Thank you for your service. Collectively, you were offered an impressive $11.5 million in scholarship money. You expanded the Schaap family. You are the source of strength for each other and an entire school. You've led through Link, tutored in writing, and counseled your peers. You've supported each other's performances in our theater and competitions at DECA, speech and debate, on the fields, on the courts, on the ice, in the pool, and in the classroom. You weathered a worldwide pandemic and reestablished the Schaap culture, for which I am extremely grateful. So Schaap, yes, you certainly have done some hard things, and your future and ours is incredibly bright because of you. As you move out of your Schaap family home, know that life will give you opportunities to do hard things. At times, life will force hard things upon you. I hope that you accept these challenges because therein lies your reward and builds your character. We are rarely proud of the things that come easy to us. Challenge yourself to do more than the minimum. Do not fear the path of more resistance if it leads to your goals. Have confidence that your presence here today means that you are capable. So before I invite Superintendent Kane to the stage, I would like to take a moment to recognize the hardware that adorns many of our graduates. So graduates, if you would please stand when I recognize your accomplishments and remain standing until the end. First, there are 3 members of the class with medallions, our co-salutatorians Michael Wallace and Emily Wolf, and our valedictorian Ismail Nazarov. Congratulations. I'd also like to recognize our Gold C Award recipient, Courtney Giles. Congratulations, Courtney. A Gold Honor Stole indicating top 10 GPAs. Congratulations to all of you. A White Stole indicating membership in the National Honor Society. A Gold Honor Cord indicating Honor Society membership. A pin for the seal of biliteracy. A red and blue honor cord indicating cumulative GPA of 4.0 and higher. A red and white honor cord indicating a cumulative GPA of 3.75 to 3.99. Red honor cord for a cumulative GPA of 3.5 to 3.74. Thank you for your hard work and congratulations. A red, white, and blue cord indicating enlistment in the military. Once again, thank you for your commitment to service. a royal blue cord for a STEM, and a royal blue cord with gold for STEM with honors. A white cord for humanities, and a white cord with gold for humanities with honor. That's a very impressive group. Thank you all. You may be seated. And now, Superintendent Ms. Erin Kane, if you would please join me on stage to receive the class of 2024. Ms. Kane, the 24th graduating class of Chaparral High School has exceeded our expectations and has successfully completed the graduation requirements set forth by the state of Colorado, the Douglas County Board of Education, and Chaparral High School. They are now ready to receive their diplomas. Graduates, please rise. Ms. Kane and the Board of Education, it is my honor and privilege to present to you the graduating class of 2024.
Mr. Gochi, it is my great honor and privilege to accept the Chaparral High School graduating class of 2024 on behalf of the Douglas County School District and the Douglas County Board of Education. Congratulations, students. You all may be seated. Mr. Gochi invited me to say a couple of words to all of you, and I thought I would take advantage of that opportunity. As we lined up today, we listened to A Million Dreams, and it made me think about how all of us, your teachers, your principal, your administration, all of us in Douglas County School District have a million dreams for you and for your futures. But the dream that counts is the one that you have. So go live your dreams. We hope we have done everything we can to prepare you to go live that dream. Congratulations, graduates.
I now have the honor of introducing our faculty heralds, as chosen by our senior class. From the English department, Ms. Kate Muse. From the social studies department, Mr. Kevin Fatma. From the English department, Mr. Joseph Collada. And our very own research coach and librarian, Mr. Damon Larson.
Jorge Luis Abarca Bautista.
Mia Isabel Abbott.
Micah Drew Addington.
Jordan Matthew Albertson.
Jair Aguilera.
Alyssa Ray Aguilar.
Alexander Constantine Allen.
Fernando Alvarez Chavez.
Lana K. Alvarez.
Cody Joseph Bernard Almendinger.
Alexis Gail Anderson.
Zachary David Ballard.
Caitlin Rose Anderson.
Zephaniah Ruth Michelle Armstrong.
Alexandra Victoria Askins.
Carter Michael Barkowitz.
Cheyenne Azha.
Ian Gabriel Atencio.
Aubrey Danielle Baker.
Aiden Denard Beasley.
Wesley Nathan Ball.
Derek Edward Ball.
Jack Robert Baltazar.
Chase Samuel Bell.
Marlon Banuelos Marquez.
Ray Angeline Banks.
Malachi Hakeem Barber.
Jason Lee Berglund.
Brooklyn Halani Berard.
Linnea Janie Barrett.
Chloe Bryn Beasley.
Praneeth Yaluru Bat.
Aiden Leo Bezdek.
Colton Anthony Beatty.
Tyler James Beatty.
Rachel Nutcha Bloomfield.
Noah Benjamin Blum.
Alyssa Grace Bennick.
Willow Gareth Beller.
Kristen Nicole Brannon.
Ruby Jodine Booz.
Tyrus James Berry.
Parker James Berry.
Tanner James Brown.
Trevor Mark Bretzing.
Haley Ann Blevins.
Quinn Jacob Biffinger.
Wait. Elizabeth Angelica Burke.
Haley Renee Brown.
Brady Mark Booth.
Hannah Ryan Bontrager.
Noah Philip Cahill.
Alexandra Joe Bruner.
Jocelyn Grace Breedlove.
Connor Edward Bowman.
Jaden Scott Casebolt.
Gavin Everett Cahill.
Stephen Douglas Browder Jr.
Angelina Zen Brocklesby.
Alex Jeffrey Child.
Gavin Marcel Carter.
Emily Elise Brundage.
Alina Jewel Bruce.
Alexander Joseph Clark.
Teo Bang Jin.
Elijah River Burnham.
Avery Mackay Burks.
Allie Rebecca Clements.
Sophia Ambrosini Cardinelli.
Sorry. Are you Samuel? Yeah. All right, stand there for your picture. Samuel Aaron Combest. Oh.
Aiden Joshua Connor.
Gianna Michelle Chapman.
Devaney Larissa Calix Villegas.
Lillian K. Costello.
Valeria Coronel Sida.
Caleb Paul Ciano.
David Wucha Chang.
Blake Anthony Koza.
Kevin Ryan Delalo.
Danielle Grace Corbin.
Chi Wei Chu.
Chloe Elizabeth DeFries.
Travis Charles DeFord.
William Russell Covert.
Jason Lee Clark.
Okay, James. Donahue. Logan Chase Donahue.
Jessica Samantha Dickman.
Kayla Ann Colmer.
Tyler James Cole.
Madison Kelly Dowell.
Layla Marie Donahue.
Ashley Alice Deans.
McKay Francis Coquet.
Daniel Joseph Dushine.
Jordan Christopher Detlefson.
Noah Ryan Cothran.
Abram John Dupay.
Alyssa Paige Doty.
Rachel Nicole Deringer.
Xavier John Cruz.
Luke Patrick Eaton.
Ashley Zoe Dryling.
Cami Elise Dooley.
Mara Joe Davis.
Eleanor Ann Elam.
Jordan Alexander Dunn.
Brennan Kelly Draper.
Emma Christine DeFries.
Kai Alexander Elton.
Samuel Owen Egolf.
Hannah Marie Duncan.
Sienna Marie Diekman.
Jacob Michael Felix.
Aaliyah Marie Elmore.
Gianna Nicole Earls.
Sadie K. Donahue.
Jaden Terrence Kenneth Fields.
Drew Oscar Evans.
Brody Ray Egbert.
Linus Kellen Drager.
Kai Pierce Faubert.
Zoe Chentien Elliott.
Alexa Luz D'Souza.
Beitel Berde Gayem.
Marin Brooke Flatt.
Courtney Brooke Eroski.
Olivia Jade Durkee.
Dylan James Gamel.
Kaylin Dylene Freitas.
Antonio Luis Feringer.
Colin Joseph Egan.
Benjamin Thomas Gebhardt.
Dominic Joseph Gamboni.
Kelsey Alexis Fisher.
Christian Earl Elia.
Sophia Ann Garofano.
Caitlin May Freeman.
Moktoga Ardenabat.
Alyssa Michelle Gonzalez Garcia.
Lila Sky Gamble.
Hayden Paul Fisher.
Antoinette Jimena Hall.
Dallin Todd Greaves.
Delaney Reese Gardner.
Emma Jane Yurka Golisic.
William John Harbison.
Abigail Jane Hafner.
Matthew Thomas Goldman.
Kate Olivia Garcia.
Chloe Nicole Harvey.
Gavin Joseph Hanish.
Catherine Louise Gray.
Aaliyah Elizabeth Joy Gem.
Jack Noel Heinrich.
Alec Charles Hartleben.
Mario Fernando Gutierrez.
Georgia Rianne Yower.
Kelly Elizabeth Hobbick.
Mari Despina Hayward.
Aslan Lee Hancock.
Colette McKenna Gunther.
Cassandra Nicole Howard.
Avery Marie Hilton.
Jake Gregory Harris.
Keegan Richard Hamlin.
Val Wynn.
Peyton Kaya Hooper.
Jace Allen Hayes.
Juliana K. Harper.
Toller Nicholas Jack.
Clara Louise Huffman.
Sarah Eileen Hicks.
Cole Matthew Hain.
Sarah Marie Jenkins.
McKenna Bethany Irwin.
Addison Renee Holland.
Olivia Marie Heisler.
James Wesley Johnson.
Cole Andrew James Jenkins.
Kyle Daniel Hewen.
Ellie James Hochevar.
Andrew Charles Jones.
Grace Elizabeth Johnson.
Savannah Grace Imperato.
Maya Chrysanthi Howard. Tobias, if you ain't Dutch, you ain't much.
Giselle Deshawn Jones.
Nicholas Robert Johnson.
Savannah Alyssa Jameson.
Tobias Johannes Eilst. I'm so sorry, Tobias.
Roy Jung.
Amelia Rose Kester.
Aubrey Julianne Jimenez Balta.
Aiden Riley Jacobs.
Caitlin Elizabeth Kelly.
Rishith Jujari.
Michaela Jane Johnson.
Alexis Abigail Jensen.
Nathan Taehyun Kim.
Isabel Gabriana Keeney.
Presley Faith Jones.
Devin Marcus Jones.
Nicholas Alexander Colts.
Fiona Chadim Kim.
Sawyer Eldon Judd.
Jace Ellington Kroll.
Arrow Jones.
Colby John Kaplan.
Back to you, Joe.
Brinley Ann LaGrange.
Alina Yurivna Kavrigina.
Sharia Islam Khan.
Lucy Linton Johnson.
Kaylee Mackenzie Lashir.
Bradley Aaron Kuntz.
Abrielle Olson Conan.
Aries Khan.
Audrey Josephine Lawrence.
Rowan Gabrielle Lapiano.
Easton Mayer Kretzer.
Emily Lorne Knowles.
Justin Wilson Lee.
Ty David Lawler.
Noah Americo Kubala.
Joshua Robert Koshik.
Juliana Trina Lewis Lopez.
Olivia Patricia Laban.
Margaret Lillian Lancelotti.
Riley Jane Krutov.
Aaron Uriel Lopez Hernandez.
Aiden Michael Legrand.
Harley Jennifer Ann Lorich.
Brianette Lamas Ibarra.
Kylie Nalani Lusich.
Derek Ray Lewis.
Ava Lorraine Lazurin.
Nicholas Larry Lasky.
Travana Shri Mala.
Brandon Alexander Lopez.
Sydney Nicole Ledger.
Kennedy Ryan Layfield.
Kiera Grace Martin.
Colton Ryan Love.
Reagan May Lintel.
Karen Lagaretta Guzman.
Christian Grady Martins.
Ryla Diane Maestas.
Caden John Livran.
Amber Ray Lemon.
Isaac Ian McCorkle Jr.
Jacob Dylan Martin.
Chloe Philomena Lorenz.
Natalie Andromeda Lieberman.
Tessa Caroline McQueen.
Michaela Diane Martinez.
Cameron Renee McDonald.
Aaliyah Jordan Laura.
Christian Alder Mendez Hernandez.
Susie Judith Maccabee.
Hunter James Martin.
Callie Joanne Lister.
Olivia May Miller.
Riley Madison McManus.
Ainsley Cecilia Martinez.
Molly Rhiannon Marshall.
Reagan Joy Moran.
Ethan Scott Mendez.
Griffin James Mayos.
Madison Hannah Martin.
Caden Aramuspe Mossman.
Keaton Stephen Milorowski.
Audrey Jana McHugh.
Ella Reese May.
Molly Lindsay Niels.
Georgia Erica Moran.
Marcos Armando Melendez.
Angelina Miranda.
Aiden Navarez Lima.
Nicholas Joseph Moreno.
Evan Charles Michael.
It's okay.
Kylie Marie Nielsen.
Brooke Elizabeth Mosier.
Cole David Moore.
Halaya Star Medina.
Reagan Elizabeth O'Keefe.
Annabelle Rose Myers.
Molly Elizabeth Morrill.
Bowen David Merkel.
Tyler Lee Olson.
Russell Thomas Nichols, Jr.
James Braden Murphy.
Trevor Paul Montoya.
Hayden Michael Otto.
Seth Thomas Olson.
Brooke Faith Nelson.
Ainsley Ray Mulligan.
Dante Nathaniel Quintana.
Kyle Christopher Olson.
Jensen James Nelson.
Josephine Annabelle Neifert.
Mitchell Owen Reagan.
Alicia Marie Otto.
Taylor Ann Newman.
Michaela Hope Nelson.
Charles Eric Rettenhouse.
Jason Jeffrey Parsons.
Haley Dawn Nils.
Sage Nielsen.
Julia Michelle Rieger.
Zoe Isabel Peterson.
David Oladele Oduyemi Jr.
McKenna Joy O'Kelly.
Caden Warner Roberts.
Abigail Emma Quero.
Kai Arthur Olson.
Brett Banks Olson.
Heidi Elizabeth Rogers.
Madeline Kate Redmond.
Brandon Lawrence Ott.
Sophie Amarantha Olson.
Fallon Elena Rogers.
Shannon Margaret Lynch Riley.
Jake David Paris.
Raiden Alexander Lee Pacheco.
Alexander Romero.
Hayden Conrad Riedel.
Tyler Barrett Pearl.
Morgan Ann Parton.
Aiden Andrew Rovner.
Deanna Sofia Mejia Rivera.
Jenna Power.
Brooklyn Isabella Finnensteel.
Carolyn Suzanne Sangel.
Anthony Min Ruin.
Lillian Grace Rayburn.
Michaela Renee Rasmussen Diaz.
Ava Jean Schieferek.
Farid Gadiel Samaru.
William Turner Reichert.
Ava Jean Caroline Reeves.
Carter Jocelyn Schwarzkopf.
Gavin Charles Scandiff.
Courtney Morgan Rickards.
Avery Alexandra Ray.
Simon Daniel Shafi.
Tucker Nash Scuffle.
Aiden William Riley.
Savannah Faith Riggins.
Gavin James Smith.
Coulter James Smith.
Emma Madalena Robinson.
Alex Sebastian Robertson.
Cole Tristan Snyder.
Aaliyah Marie Snyder.
Questley Rodriguez Torres.
Natalia Ann Rodriguez.
Carlos Andres Saraca Guerrero.
Altai Jevdet Somnez.
Alyssa Josephine Romano.
Isabella Maria Rojas.
Samantha Christine Starkey.
Ivonanji Maria Sternkopf.
Avery Taylor Rosenthal.
Jacob Cole Romrell.
Sarah Kate Stubbs.
Ava Marie Stewart.
Rebecca Kylie Ruth.
Kyler Jeffrey Sanchez.
Jared Anthony Sullivan.
Haley Sue.
Braden Alex Sandoval.
Sierra Michaela Santiago.
Chad Joseph Teeters Jr.
Natalie Angelina Taylor.
Aiden Lucas Scalia.
Dominic Stephen Michael Schroeder.
Austin Robert Thompson.
Sebastian Torres.
Lucas Allen Schultz.
Mark Alexander Seleznova.
Oscar Gabriel Trejo.
Alexandria Ray Schaefer.
Matthew Philip Sig.
Haley Dakota Trout.
Lucy Simonton.
Jade Rose Smiley.
Hannah Elizabeth Trujillo.
Arjun Tripathi.
Carter Timothy Smith.
Navana Marie Smith.
Stephanie Vargas.
Toby Marie Trujillo.
Spencer Reed Smith.
Nathan Andrew Subcheck.
Deegan Ryan David Vihar.
Tyler Jack Vaughn.
Jacob Marcus Spain.
Riley Alexa Spearman.
Homero Villalobos Soto.
Aiden Ray Banyatip Vidal.
Sean Mark Staker.
Sarah Elizabeth Stans.
Chase Joshua Wagler.
Holly Gabrielle Volo.
Logan Carl Stakel.
Avery Kate Stewart.
Riley Rose Weinstein.
Caitlin Elizabeth Ward.
Aaliyah Jade Stribling.
Kayla Annette Stutz.
Tajon Terrell White.
Kennedy Helen Webster.
Isaiah Vincent Babauta Titano.
Keegan Lee Swain.
Zachary Allen Wilderman.
Ashlyn Hope White.
Trey Robert Thomason.
Addison Bailey T.
Talon Annabella Jolie Winkler.
Cole Thomas Whittingham.
Ashlyn Emma Travis.
Sophia Marie Thompson.
Haley Janine Rogers.
Natalie Mae Trillitz.
Afton Janelle Thompson.
Jillian Kittredge Axton.
Kelsey Grace Sanford.
Heidi Elizabeth Truex.
Lauren Elizabeth Triber.
Olivia Jean Abeda.
Bailey Noel Schwab.
Daria Rustimovna Usmanova.
Hayla Rose Trujillo.
Rawan Imad Sager.
Brooklyn Danae Starkey.
William Michael Utesh.
Ambrose Velasco Jenkins.
Caleb Isaiah Small.
Sadie Mae Crane.
Zeta Marie Vasquez.
Jonah Dylan Vigil.
Courtney Allison Giles.
Madeline Elizabeth Schukert.
Caitlin Jacqueline Velasquez.
Ephraim Takala Wake.
Eliza Claire Leishman.
Ayla Grace Rolson.
Ella Jo Vogel.
Megan Jeanette Waring.
Bryn Marie Anderson.
Isabel Ann Rolson.
Jacob Alexander Walker.
Naila Lene Wells.
Leighton Connor Bronley.
Kinsley Ann Wilson.
Amaya Lee Warren.
Zachary Stephen White.
Noah Joseph Platty.
Kayla Kiona Larice Woods.
Heather Ann West.
Sienna Kent Williams.
Ella Christine Paternos.
Genevieve Mary Warland.
Declan Harvey Whiteside.
Lucy Yushen Wyman.
Ryan James Gromer.
Nathan James Young.
Azriel Josiah Jamboree Williamson.
Isaiah Joseph Zimmerman.
Fu Yao Yen.
Suzuna Sandra Zacher.
Sofia Romanovna Zimina.
Cameron Joseph Zog.
Vladislav Zelezoglu.
And now our top 10. Sarah Elizabeth Sultan.
Also number 10, Devin Ann Ewald.
Number 9, Ryan Clark Olson.
Also number 9, Camden Alexander Eaton.
Number 8, Grace Elizabeth Clemon.
Number 7, Riley Grace Rottinghouse.
Number 6, Zaid Rumi Yosefi.
Number 5, Maylin Amberly Chang.
Number 4, Catalina Ann Clay.
Number 2, Emily Lovedale Wolf.
Also number 2, Michael Jacob Wallace.
And number 1, the valedictorian for Chaparral High School's class of 2024, Ismail Nasarov.
Our next speaker is my friend, Olivia Abeda. Olivia was involved with DECA and student government. She will be attending the University of Colorado, Colorado Springs in the fall, majoring in psychology and criminal law. Please welcome to the stage, Olivia Abeda.
I would like you to close your eyes and imagine a teacher that has made an impact in your life. Now look at them and give them a smile. For some, this impact may have been a little extra help studying for an exam or a smile at the right time. For others, this may be a teacher you consider a part of your family, as I have during my 4 years at Chaparral. Now, I would like to tell you what the Chap family means to me. Throughout my 4 years here, I've had many of setbacks, as have you, but overcoming setbacks at Chaparral is different than overcoming them anywhere else. This is all due to our outstanding staff. First, I'd like to recognize 3 amazing teachers that have personally shaped me into the leader I am today. Mr. Block, thank you for being a shoulder to cry on when freshman me had no idea what was coming next, and being there for my first failed AP Human Geography test, and now we laugh about how silly it is almost 4 years later. Mrs. Gap, thank you for being a positive light to get me through the hard days, always inspiring me to be resilient. And Mrs. Callaghan, thank you for being my rock and helping me into the DECA officer class, providing me an outlet to express my passions. I know that every single one of you has had a teacher like this at Chaparral. And that's what makes the Chap family, the teachers, the community, and the love we have for one another. This is a culture you won't find anywhere else, and I'm so grateful and honored to have been a part of it for the last 4 years. Thank you.
Audience, please join me in welcoming to the stage Sadie Crane and Madeline Schukert for the performance of our class song. Sadie has been involved in SHAP with theater, as well as a Henry Award nominee, and will be attending Ball State in the fall. Please welcome them to the stage for their performance of You're Gonna Go Far by Noah Kahan.
The only time I got to praying for a red light was when I saw your destination as a deadline. This is normal conversation, babe, it's all fine. Making quiet calculations where the fall lies. This is good land, or at least it was. Takes a strong hand and a sound mind. The college kids are getting so young, ain't they? They're correcting all the grammar on the spray paint. And I even gave up driving after nightfall. I got tired of the frat boys with the brights on. This is good land, or at least it was. Takes a strong hand and a sound mind. It makes me smile to know when things get hard. Ooh, you'll be far. Ooh, you'll be far from here. Then will I clean things up in the yard. Ooh, you'll be far. Ooh, you'll be far, far from here. So pack up your car, put a hand to your heart. Say whatever you feel, be wherever you are. We ain't angry at your love. You're the greatest thing we've lost. The birds will still sing, the folks will still fight, the boats will still creak, the leaves will still die. We ain't angry at your love. We'll be waiting for your love. We'll all be here forever. Yeah, we'll all be here forever. So will. We're overdue for a revival. We spent so long just getting by. That's the thing about survival. Who the hell likes living just to die? You told me you would make a difference. Well, I messed up and shut you down. It won't be by your own volition. If you step foot outside this town, but it's all we had for always. So pack up your car, put a hand to your heart, say whatever you feel, be wherever you are. We ain't angry at your love. You're the greatest thing we've lost. The birds will still sing, the folks will still fight, the boats will still creak, the leaves will still die. We ain't angry at your love. We'll be waiting for your love. We'll all be here forever. Yeah, we'll all be here forever. You're gonna go far. You're gonna go far. You're gonna go far. You're gonna go
Now, the moment we have all been waiting for, the turning of the tassels.
Fellow graduates, please stand.
Join us as we turn our tassels from right to left. Congratulations! We did it!